Plaintiff Richie Whitman admits that he is a severe hoarder. Richie claims he met the defendant through his brother because they're both stand-up comics, and Richie agreed to loan the defendant one of his cars. However, he's suing because the defendant never checked the oil, and as a result, the car broke down. Defendant Elliot Ramirez admits that he borrowed a car from Richie, but insists the car was a piece of junk. Elliot insists he asked about changing the oil when he took the vehicle, and Richie told him not to. Therefore, he refuses to pay.
Tell me what happened here.
Well, I know the defendant through his brother Chris. We both do stand-up comedy in the LA area, and so, you know, his when I was just starting out.
Are you trying to make us laugh today? Just kidding. Just kidding. Let me see it though.
All right.
Let me just want to see it. That's sharp. No, that really is. Y'all can laugh if you want. That's right. That's right. I'm having fun, but if you go to any of the high-end fashion stores, that's what they have. Yeah. Am I right or wrong?
Probably. I got this secondhand.
Oh, well, it's back. If it was old, it's back now. Go ahead.
Chris, and so when Elliot moved out, he stayed with his brother for a while, and so we were, you know, he'd come to the shows and we'd hang out and things like that. And so, like I said, you know, we got together on different occasions and things like that. He'd also been to my house, which was not completely comfortable because I have a hoarding problem.
I wasn't invited either. I had to kind of go there by secret.
You broke in?
No.
Well, that's the only way you go to a person's house.
I guess Richie was away on vacation. And my brother was asked to clean his pool or add some chemicals to his pool.
Oh, okay. When you say sneak in somebody's house, that typically means you break in.
Yeah. Well, my brother had the key.
Okay.
So the curiosity, we kind of heard that the house was in the kind of mess that it was in.
Okay, so if you took anything, he wouldn't know.
No. Well, it depends. But I gave him the key. I didn't.
Let me see what you have. You want to show me your hoarding habits?
No, it wasn't a secret.
What do you want to show me?
Pardon?
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's not the whole house, but that's the parts that are still interesting.
You live in this, sir?
Yes. I do.
And I just complimented you about being sharp. You ever see things crawling around?
No. I think no, they can't survive.
You say roaches or rats or anything, they could not survive this.
No.
Yeah,
there's a method to the madness. All right.
Go ahead.
And so I know I don't have any family left. And so, you know, a lot of those things I hang on to, they remind me of, you know, my mother or my grandmother and the things we used to do together and things like that. And some ways you want to clean up, and I had made some progress, but some ways you just don't know where to start. An hour goes by and you still have the same thing, so you move on to the next. But anyway, so no, and I also have some vehicles. This is my mother's first car in America.
Oh, okay.
This is another car she owned.
Do they operate?
Yeah, and this is the vehicle in question. Well, actually, the blue car.
All the repairs you're showing him about? Mm-hmm.
That involves the brown car.
Right. The Mercedes here that I'm looking at?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, what do you want to tell me?
Basically, I'm here because this guy is a hoarder, and I've gotten sucked into some of the things he's collecting. He can't let go of anything. And I borrowed one of these junk cars from him.
You're getting into the specifics of this case?
Yes.
Let me allow him to give the specifics because he's suing you.
Well, it's interesting.
Make your case.
I'm sorry. No, it's interesting. He calls them junk cars. He knows I'm a hoarder. But he chooses to approach me. He also knows that I help people out. That people, you know, that I helped his brother out with my trucks, moving things like that. I've let people stay at my house before. So he knows that I lend people cars. So it's funny that he's accusing me, but he approached me about lending a car. He came to me.
About borrowing your car.
Borrowing my car, because I think his car, I was trying to help him out. And like I said, he approached me, and I've got...
He approached you asking what?
Pardon?
He approached you...
About using my vehicle.
Did he specify which one?
Oh, the brown one. The brown Mercedes.
He asked
they got
for
so
that,
many there.
Wyatt, he asked for that one in particular?
No, he said, do you have a car I can use?
And you volunteered that one?
Yeah, I said, here's a vehicle, because somebody was borrowing the other car, and so...
Why are you suing him about the car? He obviously did something that caused you to require repairs.
And he says, do you want me to get an oil change? I said, don't worry, because I don't want to put him out. I'm also thinking if he mentions an oil change, that he understands oil is important. Some of you have to monitor. So, you know, he drives the car. I don't know how, I forget
Let me
how.
allow him to tell me what the conditions were when he borrowed the car. Sir?
Basically, Richie asked me if I could chip in with the maintenance with the car. And the first
What was
thing,
the agreement on you borrowing the car first?
to chip in with the maintenance.
No, the agreement. How long were you to keep it? Were you to pay anything?
There wasn't really anything like a set time. I just needed something to get to and from work.
There was no specific time frame. As long as what?
As long as I chipped in for the maintenance.
Okay.
But the main thing is I asked him about the oil, if it needed oil. He's like, no, it just got out of the mechanic.
And so what happened?
So the thing is, I figure anybody who, you know, who's an adult driver who's ever gotten a driver's license knows, especially with a car that old, that when you fuel up the car, you check the oil.
That was the first old car that I've ever driven.
He suggested changing the oil, and you told him no, it doesn't need to.
No, I didn't say it didn't need it. I said it's not necessary. I said it didn't need an oil change.
Good enough, sir. Let's play word games. Not necessary. Very good. That's even worse. Go ahead. You told him it's not necessary to change. Now what happened, sir, that caused you? Sir, why are you suing him?
Because a few days later, he says, oh, the car's smoking. And I said, it's a diesel, it smokes, and which I figure he knew because it's
What else, sir?
The next day he called me, he says, oh, the car's not starting. And I went to look at it, and I checked the oil, and there was no oil in the, so the thing is, but. Therefore, he'd filled up the car a few times.
What did he do wrong, sir?
He never checked the oil.
Not necessary.
No, that's
Claim
not.
is dismissed.
No,
Have a good day, sir.
I got nothing to say to him.
In your face, man.
In your face.
In your face. I told you I didn't owe you anything.
No, you did. You said no.